So, I just, by the way, intro time. Yeah, this is AndIMB, otherwise known as Aiden. I don't really give a fuck. So I watched the new Borderlands movie with my good friend Kyle here. Say hi, Kyle.
Hi.
And, well, to summarize at the beginning of the video, it's awful. It was a really bad movie.
Yeah, the acting wasn't great.
Acting wasn't great. Okay, so let's go through the performances individually. Cate Blanchett as Lilith.
Mid.
Mid.
Also, she tried too hard to be like the tough chick.
Yeah.
And I feel like she did power stances too much, like hands on hips.
This was the funniest casting announcement. Kevin Hart as Roland. First of all, he did not remind me as Roland, because, like, in the games, Roland himself, he was a bit of a stiff. He was a bit of the more generic characters in the game, because he's just supposed to be, you know, a standard commando or whatever. Like Kevin Hart, he's just doing his Kevin Hart shtick, but he's also good with guns in this movie. Yeah. And also, Roland in the games, he's not a manly. He's well over 6 feet. So I don't know why they decided to go with Kevin Hart for this.
Body shaming much.
Okay, I'm sorry that you're like 5'7", but whatever.
Damn.
That other guy as Krieg, I mean, to be honest, it doesn't really take much to be Krieg. All you need to do is be shredded and just, like, wave around an axe. So I think he did a good job, even though, like, I doubt he did the same voice. I'm pretty sure somebody else, like, voiced him over in post. I mean, good enough for Krieg. He was my go-to character for Borderlands 2, which, by the way, I played through Borderlands 2, the pre-sequel, Tales from the Borderlands, and Borderlands 3, and of those games, I've only finished Tales from the Borderlands, which, obviously, anybody who's played a Telltale game... Oh, yeah. I mean, they're pretty easy. If you can't finish a Telltale game, you might need to take a drug test.
More like a mental deficiency test.
Yeah. Any kind of test. I mean, if you can't fucking finish a Telltale game, there might be something wrong with you. But, so, yeah, I haven't really finished any Borderlands game. But... yeah, Krieg is my character of choice in Borderlands 2, and I mean he was a solid like adaptation in this movie. Let's see, Tannis. They went with old ass Jamie Lee Curtis for Tannis. Tannis is not elderly. They decided
she's not geriatric.
Yeah, they decided to go with old Jamie Lee Curtis for Tannis, and like Tannis. I mean, Tannis she's probably the character I pay attention to the least in Borderlands, because I really don't care for her. So I can't really say whether or not it's an accurate portrayal. All I know is that I didn't really care for her in this movie, so that's something.
She also came across as like token autistic person. But you can't say she's autistic.
Right.
God.
Yeah. And surprisingly, my favorite... wait, no, hold on. We got Tiny Tina, annoying, and not in a good way, like not in an endearing way, like just annoying. Like I'm not gonna like shit on her actress too much, Ariana Greenblatt, just because, you know, she's still young and she's still like I don't know how long she's been doing acting, but she is a young actress, so like I mean, I'm just gonna chalk it up to shitty like adapting a character to the big screen.
That, and then also, so Tiny Tina, to my knowledge, is supposed to be slightly antagonistic. Not like an antagonist, but like sassy, kind of, right?
I mean, she's supposed to, like, you know, be childish, but like in the game she's like far more witty. Like I feel like in this movie they kind of like further embellish like her childish like qualities, but like in the game she's like far more like witty with like her comments. Yeah,
like at some point she told the robot, like whatever his name is, Frack or whatever, the robot guy that
about Claptrap.
Yeah,
where do you get Frack from?
I don't know. And it was like, hey, tell these people to call that they're stupid and poop shit ass.
They're stupid poop shit ass. Yeah, whatever. Which actually brings me to the next character. Claptrap, portrayed by Jack Black, surprisingly was probably my favorite part of the movie, which is odd because a lot of people hate Claptrap in the games. Personally, I find Claptrap somewhat endearing because, like in the games, like he can make a funny comment here and there. But in the movie, he was surprisingly the most accurate. He's the most accurate, like adapted character in this movie, and yeah. I mean, Jack Black's voice, it's not quite the same voice as the actors for the actor that did Claptrap originally, but he was really what?
Couldn't they just get the voice actor that did Claptrap, because you don't see what the fuck Claptrap looks like the voice behind it?
Yeah, here's the thing. They wanted to market this movie as much as possible, and since they already blew the budget on the casting, they might as well, they decided, hey, might as well, like, spend whatever we got left on Jack Black. But, talking about Jack Black, he did a solid job emulating his voice. It wasn't, obviously it's Jack Black's voice. You're gonna recognize it somewhat, but...
I didn't.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so the characters, they range from mid to annoying to surprisingly accurate to the game counterpart.
Yeah, and the story...
Ooh. The story, alright, there's gonna be a lot of spoilers in this. I don't really care. So, something about, they want to open a vault, obviously, because that's the premise of the games. But, so Lilith, instead of, like, being a vault hunter like she was in the game, she's a jaded bounty hunter. And, like, she's told to, like, track down Tina, who is the genetically engineered daughter of this guy named Atlas, who, again, he owns the company Atlas Corporation, which, by the way, Atlas, in the games, they've been obsolete for, like, decades. Like, they haven't, like, been in operation, so it's whatever. Oh yeah, and Tina, she's like genetically engineered to like be like an Iridian, which means that she can open up a vault. So that's a thing. And apparently, I don't even want to go on the plot because like much of my brain shut off during this movie.
Yeah. Like, so I've never played the games.
Right.
But an issue I noticed was the beginning to like the earlier middle made sense and I could follow it. Later on, they just started skipping around. Like at the end, they didn't, like the writers didn't put in how she saved Pandora, and Pandora still looks like shit.
Yeah, I think the gist of that was that like Pandora may be a shithole, but it's my shithole. And I think that's where they called it.
But they still have no resources.
Yeah.
They probably don't even have doctors.
Well, I mean, it's Pandora. I mean, they would have Dr. Zed, but he wasn't in this movie.
Oh, Jesus.
And, oh yeah, speaking of other characters, let's see, Scooter and Ellie, they were in there, but they only had, like, a short-ass cameo with, Moxie at the end. One thing that really stuck out like a sore thumb was probably the graphics, like the computer graphics, the CGI. It was like early 2000s CGI.
Yeah.
Like, holy hell.
Reminded me of like low budget Walking Dead like CGI.
Right. If anything, this movie reminds me of shit like the Dragon Ball movie, like the live action Dragon Ball movie.
God.
So, if you're into that sort of thing, this movie may be for you, but if you enjoy spending time with your family and you enjoy life in general, I suggest staying away from this movie.
Yeah.
And if you are a Borderlands fan, this movie may
induce an aneurysm out of rage.
I was gonna say it may influence you to be the next face of terrorism.
I was thinking that.
Yeah. I was trying to think of an ad-friendly way to say that. I think that's close enough.
Yeah.
If you feel like, I feel like the only way you can actually enjoy this movie is if you're severely inebriated. I'm talking like you're not high on weed or anything. You have to be like high on meth. Probably, actually no, you probably have to be high on jankum.
Fentanyl.
No, I would say jankum. Fentanyl's close second, but like no, you have to be like huffing like piss and shit fumes to actually enjoy this movie. If you're drunk, you have to be, your liver like has to be on the verge of like dying for you to enjoy this movie. If you're trying to like drink while watching this.
With a room temp IQ.
Yeah. You have to get a lobotomy to enjoy this movie.
You know, it just sucks.
So yeah, all in all, the Borderlands movie, live action, 2024. Not good. Not very good. I did not like it. As a fan of the Borderlands franchise, I found it to be very insulting I thought it was not good. If it's possible, like I feel like this should be a movie that gets a negative score on Rotten Tomatoes, but you know it's not possible, unfortunately. So, last we checked, it was at a 6%. Might be lower.
I want the hour and a half of my life back.
Yeah, it's currently 10:09 as of recording this video. So my thoughts, not good, very bad. I probably repeated myself for a third time there. Kyle, your thoughts?
Damn, this shit ass.
Yeah, so thank you guys for listening to this really scuffed review that I recorded in my car. Thank you, Kyle, for accompanying me to this movie so I didn't look like a lonely weirdo watching this movie by myself.
Of course.
And I'll catch you guys on the flippity flip, I guess. Yeah.